Welcome back, wrestling WWE fans, to a story that's ripped through the heart of the wrestling world with the force of a broken promise, heavy with sorrow and raw emotion. Tonight, we're stepping into the shadows of a backstage storm on Raw, where Cody Rhodes was pulled into Jimmy Uso's gut-wrenching drama, a moment that laid bare the pain of family betrayal and personal sacrifice. This isn't just a wrestling tale, it's a deeply human saga that tugs at the soul and refuses to let go. The air was thick with tension as Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, found himself caught in the crossfire of Jimmy Uso's unraveling world, a man haunted by the collapse of the bloodline. For fans in the US and the UK crowd in London, this wasn't just another segment, it was a glimpse into the raw anguish of a wrestler fighting to hold onto his identity amidst family breakdowns. This moment, charged with grief and betrayal, spoke to the struggles we all face when trust crumbles under pressure. Please like, share, and subscribe for more WWE content. The drama unfolded in a dimly lit locker room, where Jimmy Uso, his face etched with despair, confronted Cody with accusations that cut like a knife. The US crowd erupted with chants when snippets of this moment hit the airwaves, fans from Dallas to Boston feeling the weight of Jimmy's pain, a man wrestling with the ghosts of his family's legacy. For American fans, this was a story of loss, a reminder of how family ties can fray under the spotlight's glare. Across the ocean, British fans in London couldn't believe it as Jimmy's voice broke, his words laced with anger and sorrow as he accused Cody of exploiting the bloodline's fractures. The UK wrestling tradition was felt in every chant, as fans in England, steeped in tales of sacrifice and redemption, saw this as a modern tragedy, a story that could have been pulled from their own wrestling lore. The rawness of the exchange felt like a scene from a gritty exposé. Insiders revealed that Jimmy's turmoil ran deeper than the ring. A health crisis had been quietly plaguing him, a combination of physical injuries from years of high-flying matches and the emotional toll of being sidelined by his own family. For American fans, this was a sobering glimpse into the real backstage dynamics, where wrestlers battle unseen demons to keep the show alive. Across America, fans were in shock, their loyalty to Jimmy tested by the fear that he might never reclaim his place. The UK crowd felt the weight of Jimmy's pain just as keenly. British fans in London, who had cheered the Usos through their tag team glory in arenas like Wembley, saw Jimmy as a warrior carrying the scars of his family's legacy. The UK wrestling tradition was felt in every chant, as fans in England rallied behind Jimmy, their voices echoing through pubs and living rooms, urging him to rise above the betrayal that threatened to break him. Cody Rhodes, no stranger to the weight of legacy, was drawn into this storm unexpectedly. His own journey, marked by the loss of his father Dusty Rhodes and the pressure to honor his name, gave him a deep understanding of Jimmy's struggle. Insiders say Cody's presence wasn't scripted, it was a genuine attempt to reach out, born from a shared sense of sacrifice. For American fans, this was a moment of connection, a reminder that wrestling is a family, even when bonds are strained. In the UK, Cody's involvement took on a heroic quality. British fans in London couldn't believe it when whispers surfaced of Cody's own battles, including a health crisis he'd kept hidden to protect his family's image. The UK wrestling tradition, with its love for fighters who persevere, saw Cody as a beacon of empathy, his presence a lifeline for Jimmy. Fans in England began sharing tributes, inspired by a man who stood by another in crisis. The confrontation was raw and unfiltered. Jimmy accused Cody of aligning with Roman Reigns to keep him in the shadows, his voice trembling with the pain of betrayal. For American fans, this was a scandal that hit hard, a glimpse into the family breakdowns that haunt wrestling's dynasties. The US crowd erupted with chants, their voices a mix of shock and support for Jimmy, a man fighting to reclaim his worth in a world that seemed to have turned against him. In the UK, the moment was pure drama. British fans in London couldn't believe it as Jimmy spoke of the grief that consumed him, referencing fallen stars like Yokozuna, whose legacy weighed heavy on his shoulders. The UK wrestling tradition was felt in every chant, as fans in England saw this as a tribute to the fallen, a moment that connected the present to the past. The outpouring of support was a testament to wrestling's enduring power. Alright, we're halfway through, and things are about to take a serious turn. If you thought you knew where this was going, think again, this is where the real drama unfolds. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. The real bombshell came when insiders leaked a shocking revelation. Jimmy believed Roman had orchestrated his sidelining, a betrayal that went beyond the ring and into the heart of their family. For American fans, this was a scandal that rocked the wrestling world, a glimpse into the politics and power plays that simmer behind the scenes. Across America, fans were in shock, their social media posts filled with outrage and support for Jimmy, a man fighting to reclaim his place. In the UK, the news hit like a thunderbolt. British fans in London couldn't believe it when Jimmy hinted at Roman's role in his isolation, a fracture that echoed the betrayals of their own wrestling legends like Davey Boy Smith. The UK wrestling tradition was felt in every chant, as fans in England demanded justice for Jimmy, their voices a call for the bloodline to heal. The scandal was a stark reminder of the cost of power in a world built on family ties. Cody's response was a masterclass in compassion. He spoke of his own betrayals, when allies turned their backs during his darkest days, leaving him to rebuild alone. For American fans, this was a raw glimpse into the real backstage dynamics, where trust is fragile and hard won. The US crowd erupted with chants, their voices a testament to Cody's strength and Jimmy's potential to rise again. In the UK, Cody's words resonated deeply. British fans in London couldn't believe it when he vowed to stand by Jimmy, not as a rival, but as a brother offering hope. The UK wrestling tradition, with its emphasis on camaraderie, saw Cody's gesture as a beacon of light. Fans in England began creating fan art and hashtags, celebrating a moment that transcended the ring. The locker room was a storm of emotions, with wrestlers like Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa, torn between loyalty to Jimmy and allegiance to Roman, grappling with the fallout. For American fans, this was a reminder that wrestling is a family, even when bonds are tested. The US crowd erupted with chants, their voices a unified stand for Jimmy, a man fighting to rediscover his fire. In the UK, the focus was on redemption. British fans in London, who had cheered Jimmy's high-flying moves in arenas like Manchester, saw his struggle as a chance to rebuild. The UK wrestling tradition was felt in every chant, as fans in England urged Jimmy to channel his pain into purpose, their support a testament to wrestling's power to heal. The moment was a turning point, a spark of hope in a dark chapter. Cody's involvement didn't stop at words. He challenged Jimmy to step back into the ring, not to fight him, but to prove to himself that he could still shine. For American fans, this was a call to action, a reminder of the resilience that defines wrestling. Across America, fans were in shock, their cheers a plea for Jimmy to rise, inspired by Cody's belief in him. In the UK, the moment was electric. British fans in London couldn't believe it as Jimmy, his eyes burning with new resolve, accepted Cody's challenge, a nod to the UK wrestling tradition that values heart above all. The chants in England grew louder, a chorus of support for a man finding his way back. The arena would have been shaking if they'd been there live. As Jimmy took his first steps toward redemption, the wrestling world held its breath. The US crowd erupted with chants when Jimmy appeared on the next Raw, his entrance met with a roar that echoed from Chicago to Miami. American fans saw this as a story of hope, a chance for Jimmy to reclaim his place, guided by Cody's unwavering support. In the UK, the excitement was palpable. British fans in London couldn't believe it when Jimmy dedicated his return to the fans, a gesture that echoed the UK wrestling tradition of connection. The chants in England were a testament to Jimmy's resilience, their voices a bridge across the Atlantic. The story was far from over, but Jimmy's journey was a beacon of light. The fallout from this drama is still unfolding, with Cody and Jimmy forging a bond that could reshape the wrestling landscape. For American fans, it's a story of loyalty, a reminder that even in the face of betrayal, brotherhood can prevail. Across America, fans were in shock, their anticipation building for what Jimmy's next chapter will bring. In the UK, the anticipation is feverish. British fans in London, steeped in a wrestling culture that celebrates heart and soul, see Jimmy's journey as a testament to redemption. The UK wrestling tradition was felt in every chant, as fans in England vowed to stand by Jimmy and Cody, their voices a unified call for hope. This is more than wrestling, it's a story of love, loss, and loyalty that binds us all. Cody Rhodes being pulled into Jimmy Uso's backstage drama on Raw isn't just a moment in WWE, it's a testament to the power of belief, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we can find strength in those who stand by us. For American and British fans, this story speaks to the heart of why we love wrestling. It's about family, sacrifice, and the legacies we fight to rebuild. From the arenas of the